whole aspect of what happens with the meditation, and a little bit I'll touch on Samyama also, what we know from preliminary data, is that like the first thing that these practices seem to do, what's alluded and Vijay has generated data, is that like it is activating the genes which are critical for restricting the coronavirus from infecting the cell. How do we know that? We have samples on Samyama volunteers before they started the practice, and then at 48 hours after they did the practice, and then at 3 months after. And when we went and looked at like thousands of gene signatures, and then it turns out the set of genes which are linked to this viral restriction, otherwise the interferon pathway, seem to be directly activated in people who are doing Samyama. So this data is like really, really exciting. In fact, like one of the articles like we referred is that like, there is one particular paper where they showed when they take the SARS-CoV-2 and infect what are called organoids, they are trying to create a model like what happens in human. The set of genes that are activated by the SARS coronavirus and organoids, that is the protection which the body is trying to do, are the same genes that are getting activated in the Samyama participants at 2 or 3 days after they started this practice. The second set of things which is really interesting and useful also is that like at 3 months after they finish this 7-day program, the antioxidant response genes are the ones which are most potently activated in their body. So not only we are having the viral restriction or balanced immune response, but also the protective response for the cells are also getting activated in this practitioners of this. So this, and there are previous studies in other meditators also, people have published, and again, really showing that ability to handle a viral infection is specifically, those pathways are activated in people who are doing like practice of meditation and yoga.
I know you guys are looking at it technically in this way, but let me share my experience. It's almost 39 years now since I've been traveling. This is the first time I'm staying home for over 40 days in last nearly 40 years. Always I've been traveling, and almost every day I have a public event. Hardly there's one day where there are no events. So in spite of that, in these 39 years, I've never cancelled a single event because I am not well. So obviously it must be working. So for me, this is good enough proof, but I know medically you have to prove all these things, these inflammation markers and whatever is happening in the neurological, signatures that it is leaving, and of course the genetic changes. Well, I don't know whether COVID will let me live or let me die, that is not even a concern. But the thing is, everything that is needed for a flourishing life to exist in the body will naturally happen with these practices. The practices are life-oriented. Measurements, you can come up with your own measurements in various ways. I know scientifically it is useful, but essentially people want to be healthy and well.
The main purpose is, we all have experienced going through all these meditation programs. It's a matter of convincing the whole humanity about the meditation and its benefits. So we are trying to publish all these evidences in manuscripts and…
No, it's very necessary. I'm not trying to say it's not necessary. It's very essential in today's world, absolutely essential.